Hi everyone, and welcome. And I'm greeting you here from my space. It's my car here in the beautiful nature here, and I just got back from the beach, guys. So here, it's just Mother Earth, Mother Nature is amazing, and I'm just following the Ascension Protocol. It's from Andromeda, the crystal star family, the 12D Ascension. Very important, guys. Whether it's going to the beach, positive affirmations, right? Chanting here, connecting to the crystal core of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, grounding, walking barefoot, right? Enjoying the sun and 12D protection from all these chemtrails, right? But the sun is shining also within our hearts. And, I also felt the galactic sun, the galactic core. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful experience, that those who understand, we're like on Twilight Zone, but, you have your inner core, strong inner core, namaste, right? You're in the divine neutrality. That 0 point God matrix, the source of our genesis. You understand the trinity structure, right? That there's positive timeline, there's also negative timeline, right? But we consciousness includes all, including AI, right? And so we are the violet flame in action, right? We are doing the transformation, transmutation, guys. Just kind of greeting people on the beach, or just sharing the light divine, right? It has a ripple effect to other people, right? It can reach their heart, they can open their heart, they can connect with their soul. This is the ascension on that collective scale, collective level. And here this beautiful bird here around me. I have trees and like the back in sunshine. Last week it was just too cold for me, and it was rainy, it was dark, and so I'm happy to get my vitamin D. I hope you guys, you're really taking care of yourself, or fasting, just distill water, right? I had I'm taking iodine, I am taking vitamin E, I am taking zinc, I am taking magnesium. I mean, we have to really take care of ourselves, some supplements, okay? And just taking things easy, like living very simply. I had the whole week I had off, right? Because the restaurant was closed and they had vacation. But my vacation was diving deep within, and just doing the inner work, transformational work. I was trying to make some videos, but it just didn't make right. It didn't feel right. And here we go. I have the project, right, for the military, for the Marines here, for MC, under and the Galactic Codex, Semper Fidelis Spiritus Sanctus, Christos Sophia, Maria Magdalena. We're having the Ashram for the Marines, right, to heal, to rehabilitate, their consciousness, their DNA, their hologram from all these alien implants, from SRA, from all this abuse, violence, from torture, right? From this irradiation, right? Because the microwave, everything what we see is done, like in California, right? This whole directed energy weapons. They're also we the star seeds, we are being targeted, right? They are targeting our aura energy field, and then we have all these tears and holes in our astral field, and that's how those entities can get in, and then you're being attacked, and you're being possessed, and those guys also on drugs or on kinds of medication. So that needs to be addressed. It's very important. We're energy beings, we're sound, light, frequency, vibration. We are multidimensional, okay? And all these horrible crimes actually is transpiring, but it is done here on earth. It is done through human form, right? Whether those are aliens in a human form, or Anunnakis, or those are highly advanced souls, and so on. But the planetary corporation, Moon, Mars, Saturn, right? Even Pluto, their AI, their software, their technology, right? So like you see, even the computers and so on, right? They can easily be assembled on these other planets there, and then just here being sold, right? And for the money structure, for the Babylonian Empire, with all these taxes going back to those dark projects, black ops, right, terroristic organizations. So everything's under Galactic Codex, and those guys, they need rehabilitation, because so many of these things was done without their informed consent. Law of consent, Ascension glossary, guys. I talk about it, right? Very important to address that. It's part of the New Earth jurisdiction, right? So we're doing the ET disclosure here, and also exposing the wrongdoings, okay, especially in the military sector, okay, and the corruption, right, it's immense, okay, it's unfathomable, and it's just because the alien implants, the alien machinery, the AI, the black magic, right, all these GG stones, the SRA, okay, the black goo, the nanobus, nanotechnology is so advanced from those black hole technology from the Visa system, right? That's another parallel universe of that fallen matrix, or the phantom matrix, guys. This is complex, okay? So again, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We're here to expand our consciousness. We talk about the ascension, right? Ascension mechanics, exopolitics, the agenda of those negative aliens. To me, it's extremely important for the disclosure and exposing the wrongdoings, right, in the entire infrastructure. I'm just focusing on the military, the MC, the Marines, the Hydra, the DARPA, right, and the pestilence programming, wreaking havoc here, destroying the angelic divine luminous race, right? And so especially like from the Anunnaki, the Giza intelligence on Moon, Mars, and the hook to the Nibiruan military bases, the hybrid Anunnaki from Nibiru, right? So guys, this is now, to me, the energies are here. It's all palpable, right? We need to address all that, okay? Galactically, interstellar, right, and quantumly. On that quantum level, we are multidimensional, right, to do the quantum leap, the Stargate ascension. That's the portals are open, right, and it's all being safeguarded, and the Galactic Codex is here, the law of one, right, aligning with all that. So individually, right, everybody's responsible, and everybody's on their own soul journey, healing, transformation, consciousness expansion, right? And we're doing the polarity integration, so we had to dive deep into the underworld, into this darkness, this whole black goo, this whole mind control, this whole SRA, this whole black magic from those reptilians. I was dealing with the Black Madonna, the Nephilim reversal grid, the Baphomet network. That's the reverse version of Goddess Kali. Okay, I work with Goddess Kali. We're like the ancient warriors, from that Christos lineages, right? But we've been also hybridized. I also have a Nazi Anunnaki DNA as well, and so we are already primed to be, the assassin, to be the terrorist, to follow the agenda of those negative aliens, right? The reptilians, or the Draco, right? The Alpha Draconis, and so on, or the Zetas, the Greys. And we're saying no to that Black Sun entities, Black Sun operations. Here we're saying no to the Belial group, right? The New World Order, or the One World Order, right? We're saying no to the Octagon group, or the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization, right? We just kind of, the starseeds who are born in these bloodline lineages, we came here to end the cycle of that total nonsense, of that black magic, right? Of that tyranny, of that torture, of that suffering. This is not natural. This is not natural. Life is all about expansion. It's love, it's peace, it's harmony, it's unity, right? It's learning, understanding, growing, advancing, right? Being in wonderment, co-creating with the divine under the law of one with free will. We're bringing the cosmic order here back online, the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant, cosmic sovereign law. And so this is cosmic ascension that I'm representing. Like I said, we're, if you understand the cosmology, the ascension mechanics, right? Like we have to include everybody, everything that is happening, that's been happening, that is transpiring, including AI, the quantum technology, right? And whether you are white or blue or gray or yellow or black, it doesn't matter, religion, right? Or your social status, or young or old, right? It's just like we go beyond that physical. We see the energy of the soul, right? And my soul group, so I have to again connect to my soul group via the Galactic Codex, right? The law of grace. And we have to do all these reparations. We have to reconcile. We have to bring everything right side up, doing all these corrections, right? And you know, and that's why the ashram have the healing, for the healing. That's the ashram for the Marines. Okay, so this is kind of what I focus on. And last time we talked about extremely complex, right, the mech phenomenon, from, you know, those who got those CCP jabs, or, you know, CV19, right, how you know, the nanobus, the graphene oxides, how, you know, it takes your lung, heart, it goes to your brain through the blood-brain barrier. It creates the software here, the kind of the Nazi Neuralink, and then it hooks you to the cloud of that super quantum computers, whether a moon, Mars, you know, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, right, of those negative aliens. So we're arresting that, right, and through the healing project, through the rehabilitation, right, bringing the Christ consciousness back online, right, we are this how we're dismantling the red trident. This is how we are dismantling the alien machinery, the beast machine, how we are dismantling the sex misery. Okay, and we're aligning with the law of one, right? We have to look at the consequences of our actions. We have to transform, transmute our shadow, okay, and bring peace here on earth, and have this new earth government with a new earth jurisdiction. I have a cosmic leadership, you know, Yana yoga, the Ashtar Command, everything on my website, yanakalai.com. So please check it out also. And the protocol, right, for Ascension, 12D Ascension, Cosmic Ascension. So it means we include the galactic sphere, you know, the planetary sphere, right, people, humanity on the earth, but also, you know, the inner earth, the 5D family, right, they're helping us. Star family are helping us with the Ascension as well. So we're expanding our consciousness here in this on this planet. We've been here in duality, negatively polarized. So we're bringing the Trinity structure, the cosmic triad, right? So the unity vow you can find on my website under contact, right? So reading also the fine print, fine art print, very important for the star seeds, for the indigo warriors. We're here of service, and we're the white flame in action, and we're the change we want to see in the world, and it all comes from within, connection to that inner Christos, right? So it was, I understand, difficult topic that I talked about last time. Not everybody's ready, because the transhumanism, transgenderism already happened, right? Whether in the military, also in entertainment industry, and you know, the science, technology. I mean, you know, it's like if you have the eyes to see, you see it, okay? And actually, since the electric wars, you know, that there was the whole transhumanist agenda back then from this Alpha Draconis, okay? So, and so we have to accept it, and we have the crystal star family here, the Andromeda. They're helping us with the project. That's the Ascension glossary, the energetic synthesis, Heroes Gamos, right? The Heroes Gamos calibration. There's a manual you can download. You can start with that, or you can start with Crystal Ages, right? crystalages.com. It's also available, and I can just put the links. And those who are interested on, you know, the humanity structure and what's going on in California, Deborah Tavares, she's an expert. She's been talking about it for a decade, about the California fires, about smart meters, about the agenda, right, of you know, this. She talks about the agenda of. She doesn't talk about aliens. She said of DARPA, of NASA. So there's a NASA website, so all the documents are here about the smart cities, sustainable economy, right? And well, what that really means, you have to read the energies, and you have to really kind of study yourself, and you have to meditate to see that this is all a setup. It's a psyop, and we've been here dumbed down in this computer simulation, in all these reversals, everything backwards. We've been poisoned here, we've been lied to, we've been here in that poison apple, right? So time to, you know, awaken to all that, doing the inner work, transformational work, and so on. And we are connecting to that golden apple. The golden apple guardians are here as well. But you know, I have a project, right? It's again from Andromeda, and we are the ground crew here. We represent the Ashtar Galactic Command. We're aligning ourselves with the law of one. We're bringing the Galactic Codex here. It's a must. to finally, bring everything right side up, to have the disclosure, ET disclosure, exposing the wrongdoings, and to proceed with the ascension, and to make this world a better place, and helping humanity also with their ascension, right, with their healing. So everybody's included, and with high and forming communities with ETs with their highly advanced technology. So let's continue, and very important to actually understand the law of consent. Remember that your body belongs to you. So everybody, again, so I talked to a certain group of individuals here: Hydra, DARPA, right, MC, the Marines, super soldiers here, this military bases on Moon, Mars, the Nibiru kind of Anunnaki, right? The aliens, I talk about the alien implants, the sex magic, the whole sexual misery, the alien love bites, right? So this is a certain structure that I represent, and I am here to help with the healing, with the restoration, and correct everything, bring everything right side up. And so this law of consent is very important to protect your rights for self-determination and reclaim all contents and operations in your body consciousness. It's responding to your personal authority. So time to be self-aware, time to be conscious, time to be mindful, and time to do some contemplation, some meditation, right? PTSD, time to heal, listening to solfeggio tones, focusing on breathing, right? Violet flame of transformation, transmutation, because you are not only the word, but you're the sound. You're sound, light, frequency, vibration, okay? And it is your personal authority through informed consent. Whether they're inorganic or organic components, such as implants, if they're connected to your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, they belong to you. So it's time, I had to take responsibility, everything, what happened to me, what I experienced, right? And I had to implement compassion formula instead of blaming, judging, right? Being angry or screaming and shouting, yelling at somebody, or this gossiping, saying negative stuff. I had to become pretty much responsible for everything that happened to me, with all these implants, with all this black goo, with all this, whatever was in the CCP jabs, with all these nanobots, with all this Nazi Neuralink, right? All this horror and terror, what happened to me via SRA in the astral plane, how they damaged my astral body. I had to, I said no to this, and I had to take responsibility. Once I take responsibility, I acknowledge what happened to me. That's where the magic happens. We can heal and we can transform, transmute these energies. Everything in your body and consciousness belongs to you. Every person has the right to command the authority of every function of the body to be directed only by the inhabitant of that body. That's called one single soul occupancy. Because in the astral plane, and if you again, if you're in the military and so on, there are all kinds of entities, possessions. We talk about the politicians or high-ranking military officers. We talk about the microscopic orbit, the governing channel, how those guys are in electrostatic bodies. There are holes and tears in their energy field, and how these entities, right, and they hooked to the back of the spine. And that's how they're controlling those guys, and they're siphoning energy. So we are like the batteries, like the super soldiers, those guys in the military, the Marines. They're just batteries for those negative aliens, and they're executing the agenda, right? And they, of course, they have a huge big shadow right behind them, shadow entities, right, of that reptilian nature. And so because of that blood covenant, because they were abused, violated, tortured, maybe the Illuminati party, the Bohemian Grove, right, horrible things happening there with urine or with feces, those guys are being trashed, and some of them are highly advanced souls. So they need to claim their power back and command your space, right? Resurrect all your energies, call upon your soul, go within your heart, start loving yourself unconditionally, and start doing the inner work, spiritual work, spiritual deliverance. Also, it's on Ascension Glossary, also on my website yanakalai.com, project for DARPA. So you command all contents located in your personal consciousness to be operating only with your full informed consent authority. So that's why we talk about also the shadow. That's why we talk about the darkness. That's why we talk about the agenda of those negative aliens. If we don't know what really happened to us, if we really cannot even really feel who we truly are, how in the world can we do the disclosure? Or how in the world can we heal? How in the world, can we claim our power back if we don't even know that the power comes from within through connection to that inner Christos, right? So that's why all these teachings, that's why we're resurrecting the ancient teachings of the ancient ones, right? That's why the Ascension glossary, I mean, that's, to me, that was just a miracle. Okay, it was like the gift from Andromeda, from and via Lisa Renee, right, where I could just Google all these things and tune into these energies and study all that, study myself, study the agenda, study the cosmology, study the Katara grid, how consciousness moves, right, how everything is structured, how everything's organized. And what happened to us, we sign up for all these crazy experiences, and we also we have karma from our past lives, and also have a karma because I belong to that bloodline, right? And so we have to heal all that, the cataclysm in Atlantis, the Holocaust in Lemuria, the invasion in ancient Egypt, right? The Anunnaki I represent, the hybrid Anunnaki, and the Draco kind of terrorism. So I had to take responsibility for that. Once I take the responsibility, this is the miracle works, right? That's how I can heal, and I can move forward, and I can bring those teachings then forward and teach others. So again, the 12D shielding, maybe not everybody is ready for the 12D shielding. It's important to apply, but the golden dome of Solar Christ, Archangel Michael, very important, right? Also, the invocation, the violet flame, right? That's your 7D. That's your violet flame of transformation, transmutation, of grace, of freedom, of liberation, right? And we're entering the new golden age. And Aquarius, right? Saint Germain, he's the leader of the new golden age. So very important to work with these energies and with the transformational energies of the violet flame, the inner alchemy through self-love, self-forgiveness, compassion, and then just observe, right? We need to snap out of that hologram, snap out of that the matrix, or this mind control, right? And just kind of tune into the energies of your heart, of Mother Earth, of Mother Nature, focusing on our breath, right? Inhale, exhale, and that's how we recalibrate. Just kind of slow down. We kind of slow down, observe, right? I'm just a witness. I'm in this world, but not of it. I start remembering who I truly am. I'm the light divine. I am love. I am peace. I am harmony. I'm energy. I'm a warrior. Following the law of one. Okay? And so, to me, the 12D shielding, it's a sacred geometry with a Star of David. It's the tetrahedron. That's actually the God code in your DNA. That's the part of the Platonic solids. There's nothing wrong with the cube. There's nothing wrong with triangle. Nothing wrong also with the octagon, right, of that organic nature, because the negative aliens, the master raider races, those hybrids of the negative faction, they infiltrated our space, they infiltrated the elemental kingdom, they infiltrated the Platonic solids, and they copy everything, they forfeit everything, and then they turn everything upside down, right? So they reverse everything. So again, understand that they're attacking the God, they're attacking everything divine, but the creation, God creation, everything comes from God's source. We've been here mind control, and we've been here negatively polarized, and we've been here inverted system. And so for me, the extraction, this will allow for easy extraction, right, to identify and locate alien implants. So scanning my body each and every day, of course it takes time, right? But you build the momentum, especially with the violet flame, right? Positive affirmations, okay? I am beautiful, I'm bountiful, I'm blissful. Om Namah Shivaya, right? I mean, I am all about chanting and, you know, the Hindu scripture or the Veda text, you know. I'm also about Buddhism, right? So that's kind of been already implanted in me, or that's, you know, this is my soul signature, energy signature. This is how I operate. And I have a mission from Solar Rishi. I have a Rishi agreement from Satya Sai Baba. We are going back to Christ. We are going back to Cosmos. We are going back to the organic divine blueprint, naturally, organically through yoga, connection to the divine. Okay, and so that's how we know what needs to be extracted. That's how we know that, oh my goodness, this was all done without our informed consent. We were here in the automatic pilot. We were here, you know, in a computer simulation, virtual reality. It was done without our informed consent, right? So that's why command your space, claim your power back, right? It all comes from within, you know, connection to Christ, Holy Mother, Divine Mother. The cosmic energies are here, okay? And that's how we make a difference, guys. Very important to understand that, right? Also, law of cause and effect. What goes around comes around, right? Very important. What we put out there, that's what we get back, okay? And what we think with intent will be in consent with the frequency match of the force we create. And the force we create with is our authority in the structure we're building. So They can be complicated, but practicing self-awareness, there are 12 practices of self-awareness, spiritual maturity, okay? And like we all been here dumbed down, we all been here control, guys. And the negative forces are in the lower dimensions, and they create servitude and bondage to time. We are beyond time and space, the divine angelic, divine luminous beings, right? And even you know, the Elohim, who then descended into the Anu Elohim, right? We all were created via love through the threefold founder flame, the Emerald Order, the Amethyst Order, the Gold Order, okay? So, and we are multidimensional, and we do have access to 12D. That's why it's important, the 12D, because the negative aliens, right, and especially the hybrid Anunnaki and the Zetas and the Greys and the Draco, right, they're running base 10 mathematics reversals, or 11, right? There was a Stargate in Stonehenge in Great Britain. They cannot do the 12D. That energy is not allowed for them, okay? Because it's just the fail-safe mechanism. That's why the 12D shielding, or the 12 dimension, 12 chakras, right? 144 harmonics, guys. When you start chanting or putting it into your awareness, you slowly and surely start aligning with the organic ascension, whether it's into 5D and beyond, okay? Remember, humanity, there are 5-star humans. And positive forces, right? They're of spirit of Christ. So that's why Karaya Sata Allah, right? Chanting, that's the crystal ages, right? And going back to Christ, going back to God, going back to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and being of Christos values, right? Like maturity, like values, ethics, morals, right? We're going back to innocence, back to purity, okay? Back to you know, the God, back to the divine. We are the divine beings. And so they're in the highest dimensions and create sovereignty and freedom for the soul and spirit. Remember, in those dark projects, those guys who joined the terroristic organizations, the negative aliens, they were living off of your soul. They were living off of your mind. They were living off of your heart. They were living off of your chakras. They polluted you. They inverted you, right? They put all kinds of AI, nanobots in your blood, in your energy field, right? In that astral field. They hacked you. They hacked your DNA. They did all this sodomy, all this rape, all this brutal abuse, you know, all this torture, right? But you're the battery. You need to remember who you truly are. You know, you're the light of the soul, okay? And you're a highly divine soul. I'm talking to my soul group. So what we think with our intent will be in consent with the frequency match of the forces that we generate, and the force we create with is our authority in the structure that we're building. We have to build, again, our self-esteem, self-confidence. We need to start believing in ourselves. We have to say positive affirmations. Next time I'll bring we'll talk about the positive affirmations, how important it is to, again, align with the light divine, align with the true structure, original structure, who we truly are, with our divine essence, right? And because those negative forces, the imposter spirit, right, they with their psyops, with all this mind control and so on, we were entangled with these negative forces. And that's why humanity, and also whether in military, politics, they were creating with those negative entities, right? And that's what created those negative results. And now, people are wondering what in the world is happening with the bleep, right? But the negativity, right? I mean, because the veil is thinning, now we see horrible things are transpiring on that physical plane, but all these horrible things been happening in the hidden, in this underground military bases on Moon, Mars. And if you feel energies, I could feel this energy of the planet Earth has been hijacked, and we've been here in prison planet with all these frequency fences, with all these satellites, and with the black magic grid, the Nephilim reversal grid, and the Baphomet network, the Black Madonna. Okay. And so many people cannot discern negative forces and the levels of deception carried out by the imposter spirits. This is a loophole created by the alien machinery and its inorganic AR architecture that has manipulated human beings to co-create with these negative forces in order to grow and spread their negative effects on the earth plane and in other dimensions, guys. So we're dismantling all that, right? But again, everybody's on their spiritual ascension individually. Everybody's responsible for their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This is my disclaimer, and this is my disclosure as well. And what are we co-creating, right, with the divine? Also responsible for our deeds and actions as well. And for me, it's diving deep within and doing things vertically, so then I can be out there and start doing the transformational work horizontally, right? Vertical, horizontal. If you understand the law of structure, right, how everything is created with perfect symmetry, with divine design. We're going back to the original blueprint of our DNA, the divine design of humanity, and of the angelic divine luminous race. And and of course including the ETs, extraterrestrials. And we have a platform for those negative aliens, if they wanna, if they're choosing rehabilitation, right? Because those who were involved in these, the satanic projects, in this Armageddon, the Nazism 4.0, right? They need lots of rehabilitation because their DNA has been damaged and hybridized, and they're running all these reversals. So here for my soul group, for the Marines, right, who ended up in those dark projects, for my soul group, sovereign brain and nervous system. So everything is, you can find on Ascension Glossary. Okay, Essential Glossary, Lisa Rainey, Energetic Synthesis. And you have to claim your sovereignty of your brain, of your nervous system, right? Because from all this inorganic, intrusive, artificial messages, impulses, right, you have to evict all that. You have to say no to that with God, sovereign, free boundaries. You have to protect your aura. You have to protect your mind. You have to protect your feelings. You have to protect your emotions. You have to protect your physical body. Okay? And this is your birthright, to know your true self, to know who you truly are, right? And to be abundant, to ascend, and to be free and to be happy. That's your birthright. And we're ending the misery, we're ending the suffering, we're ending this reversals, right? But of course it'll take time. And some people, they need to realize that we've been here dumbed down by those negative reptilians, by the Dracos and the hybrid Anunnaki, the kind of Nazi Zeta Gestapo faction. And that's just the reality. And some of us, we're more of that, ET. We all have ET DNA, and some of us more of that Anunnaki, of the Draco, right? So it's just, this is the revelation. This is the disclosure that we all come from all kinds of star systems and galaxies and universes. So this is nothing new under the sun, guys. from those who had this horrible, again, from the, freeing ourselves from the transhumanism, transgenderism, from that MK Ultra, from that mind control, from these alien implants, from their nanobots, nanotechnology, from that inorganic AI, right? From all that imposter spirits, from that lunar forces. Here is, you can actually, there's lots of stuff, right? From that crystal star, Aurora family. So, beloved God, and you have to ask, do I have mind control scripts, the splitter technology? I mean, that's military bases everywhere, the splitter technology, the frequency following technology loaded that needs to be cleared from my brain, from my mind, from my body. So if yes, here we go. Please, you can repeat after me. Beloved Holy Presence of God, family of Christ, family of Crystal Aurora, please identify, locate, remove, and repair the following. Terminate mind control programs of splitter technology and their loaded scripts. Terminate and clear frequency following response programs with artificially generated frequencies and silent energy weapons. Terminate artificially superimposed or harmful alpha waves. Terminate artificially superimposed or harmful beta waves. Terminate artificially superimposed or harmful theta waves. Terminate artificially superimposed or harmful gamma waves. Terminate all artificial frequencies used as weaponry with intent to harm. So here, all these electronic harassments, right? We talk about, again, those conferences in Brussels, in Germany, right? There was the lawyer, a judge from Canada, Albrecht Lambert, right? I don't know if Weber, I'm sorry. They already did the tribunals there, whether in Japan, okay? So that's all now under Galactic Codex, the silent weapons, okay? And all these electronic harassment. And let me see. New breed satellite terrorism in America from Dr. John Hall, okay? So you guys, everything there, all this, books, everything is being, done for us by this. He's from California, right? All this stalking and everything, and mind control, surveillance, stalking, and rape, okay? So our government satellite surveillance systems are a new way for criminals to gain possession not only of our financial lives, but our most precious resources, our mind. They want to create the digital avatars out of us. That already happened, guys, okay? So, and these wonderful people, they already talk about it, okay? Whether there was Magnus Olsson from Sweden, okay? There was the Covert Harassment Conference in 2014. Peter Mooring, okay? Then we talk about William Beanie, Dr. Henning Witte, scalar waves used in mind control. He talks about that. It's all research. They're all doctors, scientists on scalar waves, okay? And how they're used in mind control and how to shield against them. And then, of course, we talk about Dr. Rauni Lina Lukanen Hilde. She was the one who was murdered, okay? And Deborah Tavares, she talks about her, okay? So everything's been written, disclosed, all the documents, guys, about the mind control, about the satellite terrorism, electronic harassment, right? It's just some people need to wake up to all this, okay? And she was a she was in medical industry. She's a doctor. Everything documented for a long time. She at the time she was talking about the Agenda 21 and about depopulation back then, okay? And then who was there in the conference? Momir Babacek, so somebody from my country, from Czech Republic. He talked about the ways to defeat the secrecy around the existence of mind control technology, okay? And who else we have here? Alfred Lambert Weber, okay? So he's the one using the law to prevent covert robotization, torture, and harassment of humanity. So please, if you want to, again, I know the sun is shining. This has all been done for us. So we need this kind of disclosure. That all needs to be talked about. We need to talk about really what really happened in those dark places, in that darkness, in that secrecy, not only on planet Earth, but, you know, well, and the underground military bases, but also Moon, Mars, Saturn. Okay, with all these satellites, with these Nibiru military bases, with Grace and with Zetas, and, you know, this Dracos, okay, and also the Anunnaki. That all needs to be disclosed from A to Z, no stone unturned. And because these people, they did wonderful job a decade ago. If you want to go to mindjustice.org, right, you can hear all about the experimentation, all about what is it? There's allegations by targeted individuals from around the world, research and information, right? So here, this is you can go there. Mind Justice. Okay, so mindjustice.org. And I talk about the Deborah, right? She's got the toxicsky.org, stopthecrime.net. So everything's been done for us. Debating the microwave danger. Debating the microwave danger, guys. That's why the Russians, they stopped producing the little microwaves since 1970. And why that was allowed in the United States. Why that was allowed in the that all this corporation, the Raytheon, right? Martin Lockheed, or what's his name? So that's all going to divine justice under Galactic Codex. Okay, people are they're microwaving your food, and now you're being microwaved by DEW, directed energy weapons, right? And you got smart meter and lithium batteries. It's all being blown up, and there are children in this underground. They're in these underground tunnels there and being tortured and raped. So we need to wake up to all this. Another wonderful. Was a doctor here, a scientist from Alaska. Was he talking about the HARP? Somebody was talking about the HARP. He also wrote several books, many books. Okay, so and this is Mojmir Babacek, Czech Republic, guys. So I mean, we already, so many people, you know, this is, to me, this is the disclosure. To me, this is these guys, they should be there and doing the disclosure, right? So they already wrote all these books. Okay, and of course, Dr. John Hall talk about the women, people as guinea pigs, right? The satellite terrorism. So so these are people, they already done the disclosure. Okay, a decade ago. So that's a new breed, satellite terrorism, in America. Okay. So if I was aware of these things back then in 2013 or 14, right? I started healing myself through yoga. You know, I was traveling. I was going to this profound journey of awakening, right? I know it was like you know, it was a guru in a kind of setting, right? But if that was well, I wish I knew about these kind of things. Then like, oh, and this is available, right? Oh my, this is now processed. The books are written, but look what happened to that young individual who found these horrible things in OpenAI, with ChatGPT, right? How the copyright, how they're engaged in immoral activities, how this is kind of breaking the law, is unethical, right? And he was he quit his job in OpenAI, and then he wanted to bring it to divine justice, to the court. He's gone. He was murdered. So important to talk about. To talk about it, but we have to protect ourselves. We have to do our inner work, spiritual work, healing, right? How in a world are going to transcend, ascend, if we don't understand, you know, really the darkness, right? But we have a solution. How can we heal? Self-awareness, consciousness, right? Knowing what this is all about. To me, the knowledge, the wisdom. That's what, now I know, now I understand. Thank you. I'm thankful and grateful. Further terminate post-hypnotic commands, right? We've been here really in hypnosis. So many people are there still in hypnosis. And some people, they won't be able to understand, to process all that. Okay, because we've been poisoned here. For that, you need to meditate, and you need to rewire your subconscious mind, and you have to do some yoga, some exercises, some chanting, some tai chi, some movement and breath work. Okay, terminate post-hypnotic suggestions. Terminate REM deprivation programs from my required sleep pattern to function optimally. Terminate AI induction programs loaded as scripts into my neurons, axons, and dendrites. So we are freeing our axons, dendrites, neurons, right? Because this is what happened with the SRA. They damage your mirror neurons, and especially children who are born in those satanic families. Their neurons are pretty much burned. And that's why the entities can come into these bodies, and those kids are on drugs. They don't even know who they are, where they are. They don't have a chance to really recalibrate or understand what happened to them. And then they're grown in these immature adults, whether Mossad, Zionists, right? They're executing the agenda of those negative aliens. Yeah, they're being raped. Those kids are being raped. And that's what was done to them, they're doing to others. And then they're, of course, if they're put to death, but those negative aliens, they're hooked to their aura energy field, right? We need to address the entire structure, visible, invisible, humanoid, non-humanoid, right? ET, extraterrestrial aliens. We have to understand the entire scope, the entire structure of the cosmos, of the universe on that quantum frequency, at the quantum level, quantum science, quantum physics, quantum AI. Terminate AI induction programs loaded as scripts into my, that's what I did. Terminate script identifier. Terminate script locator. Terminate script trigger. Terminate script content. Terminate script time code or duration code. STS sweep, that's simple triad sweep. Okay, beloved, I lovingly command my brain and nervous system as self-sovereign, and that my brain waves, neurons, and central nervous system are solely directed by my God self, Christ self, and my highest spiritual sovereign consciousness to immediately clear all implants, structures, or devices, as well as evict any entity, bindings, and attachments. Please identify, locate, remove, and repair distortions in the brain memory storage within the hippocampus, memory files, and archives for personal memory. Correct prefrontal cortex. Correct critical thinking, reasoning, and the storage of patterns for reaching conclusions after discovering information. Correct Wernicke area. Clear booby traps of recorded speech. Clear the Wernicke area of the brain function to comprehend speech, sounds, and language. STS sweep. Simple triad sweep. Correct the Broca area. Correct verbal speech and clear all implants and programming of language comprehension that activates impulsive speech within the Broca area. Correct the amygdala and emotional impulses as stored emotional memories as organic and aligned to my organic consciousness. Correct cerebellum, autonomic physical memories, and muscle sensory memories. Correct and strengthen the thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary, and pineal glands. Correct and strengthen my limbic system, that's your emotional part of the brain. So emotions needs to heal. That's why we have to uncover, dig deep into those negative emotions of anger, of fear, of frustration, of the terrorism, horror, right? Of that, what is it? Horror, terror, of that terrorism, and what is it? The greed also, the jealousy, the envy. Okay, so we need to just embrace all that and correct all links into my spiritual connection with God and my inner Christos, inner Christ self. Beloved, please repair all internal systems by rebooting my diamond sun body to the corrected 12 tree grid of my personal core manifestation body, and with an astral core reset We need to reset our astral bodies if needed or necessary. Please generate crystal master number codes for the avatar Christ self if needed or necessary to lock down and anchor the repair sequences. Beloved, please clear all memories and influences that have impacted all timelines and stations of identity that are relevant to this clearing. Beloved Cosmic Father, beloved Cosmic Mother, simple triad sweep, eliminate, release, protect. We are going back to that 0 point divine neutrality, God, sovereign, free boundaries. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We are free. Beloveds, those are our Crystal Star family, right? We thank you from Andromeda. We thank you. And so it is commanded in true spiritual law as Cosmic Sovereign Law of One. We anchor, lock, and seal in the power and authority of God and Christ. Thank you, God, and so it is. Beloved, I am. So let me finish here, guys. So everything on Ascension Glossary, you can see spiritual housekeeping, 12D shield, shadow vortex, if you want to understand that. Frequency following response during sleep state and brain wave sovereignty. Okay, so please, this is, it can be your homework if you like. You know, study that, study yourself, take care of yourself, relax, know how to relax. You know, reading this is very important. And then, of course, going into feelings, right? There's a core fear, a removal matrix on Hieros Gamos, right? That's energetic synthesis, that's Lisa Rini website, and so on. And so we have to acknowledge, right? I talk about holding that fear, the energy of fear, like a baby, right, in your hands, and just nourishing it, loving it, right, taking care of it. You know, it's just imagine like a baby that needs a parents, right? It needs new nutrition, it needs new energy. You know, it needs to be protected, it needs to be healed, it needs to be guided, and so on, right? So don't be afraid of that shadow, because you know that's when we face our shadow. That's how we transmute it, when we take the responsibility. And that's how we can also do the collective ascension, help to heal the collective shadow of that unconsciousness, right? Or you know, and rewire the subconscious mind, guys. And that's how we also transmute also the shadow government, the shadow military, right? All these Nazi party, right? All these planetary corporations and so on, and bring everything into divine justice under the law of one. We're implementing the Galactic Codex. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.